You all know what this means. Long Island Railroad to Penn Station, car service to Manhattan Cruise Terminal. We're the NYC Travelers, and we are headed on the Norwegian escape. Boarding was interesting. We boarded late, around 5 o'clock in the afternoon, because the ship came up from Miami without passengers. This meant that we could go to our cabins right away.
Balcony.
We were excited to see what changes had been made. We last sailed on the Escape in 2019, and she had been refurbished in 2022, having been built in 2015.
Another video. And then this, refrigerator, and closet. And this can be in connecting.
So I was glad to see that in addition to some of the furniture and all the other things that had been changed, there were more ports to charge electronics. We had a reservation for a specialty dining later on, but that was at 8 something. So we decided to get a little snack at O'Sheehan's, which serves pub-style food. Since it was cold, there was not going to be a Lido deck party for the sail-away party. It was going to be at the atrium instead. After saying goodbye to Manhattan from our balcony, it was time to take a tour of the ship, as we always do when we first board a cruise. On previous Norwegian cruises, we had done the wine tasting events. We hadn't done the black glass one on this particular cruise line, so we decided to sign up for it.
We've done the rest of them. Okay. I can't remember the room number already.
Normally, when you board a ship, the ship has not left the port yet, and the stores are closed. But because we boarded so late, and because everybody was on board very quickly, we actually sailed out on time. By 6 p.m., we were on the water, and the shops were open. So we decided to take a look around to see what they had. The reason why I do this is because it's a good idea to see what I might want to buy later so I can budget myself, or so I can compare with products that are on land. Also, I always take a look at the photography, products that they have, including accessories, just in case something breaks or I might need something. I try to bring everything that I need, but you never know. After that, it was time to take a look at the merch. We've been on different Norwegian ships before, and we remembered what we had, and we were deciding whether we wanted to buy something new or not. Some of the merch was really nice, but also really pricey. You also might want to take a look at some of the souvenirs, such as alcohol or even the rum cakes, because they're sold in different ports. And you might want to compare the prices of the same or similar items so you can decide what you might want to buy on board or what you might want to buy on land. As for snacks, you already saw that we brought our own on board. Pre-packaged snacks, particularly those that are sealed, sometimes are allowed back on board after you have been in port. But just in case they aren't, it's easier if you bring your own rather than buying the ones on the ship.
I see that they had that.
We took a sneak peek at Moderno's Churrascaria because we had a reservation for it. We had done Cagney's on the cruise previously, so this time we chose Moderno's.
Oh, they're not open. So that's the Churrascaria, and that's Cagney's.
After that, we took a peek at the Splash Academy, which is the kids' club for Norwegian. Parents who have signed their children up will be able to have access to those areas once the ship has sailed. If you want to take a look at the kids' clubs and you know that you will not be allowed in, you have to do it on the day you board.
This is the supper club.
We almost made it to the supper club this time around. At no extra charge, you can actually make a reservation for the show that will play, and there is supper served. However, we ended up seeing the show in the theater, so we went and decided to cancel our reservation in the supper club.
Taste and savor. This is mixed.
On the Norwegian ships that we have been on, Taste and Savor are two of the complimentary dining rooms that are open for most of the 3 meals. Double check just to make sure. They serve the same menu, and there is a third dining room called the Manhattan Room. The lines tend to be long at Taste and Savor, and in between there's Mix, which is the bar. For the most part, we ate in the Manhattan Room because for some reason people didn't want to go down to another level and just to be served sooner. The Manhattan Room is much larger and they have live entertainment. We had already gone through the atrium once. We went back through it again just to make sure we knew where everything was, just in case we needed those desks. It's the main area of the ship. Currently, and as of this sailing with Norwegian Cruise Line, you can book specialty dining packages, more than one specialty dining experience. You'll have to make the reservation on the app because if you try to do so when you board, it might be full. Yes, there is an extra charge, but the Bistro is one of our favorites, and if we don't do any other specialty dining, that's the one that we're going to do. Although I had already paid for the specialty dining, I paid even more and got an upcharge because I wanted to have the lobster. However, the rest of the items that we had that were on the menu were part of the package. Because we made our reservation late, around 8 or 9 o'clock, we were ready to eat. We always enjoy the bistro at Norwegian. Yes, the portions do seem a little small, but at the same time, the quality is good, the ambiance is nice, and we appreciate the attention of the servers. We also got comped a dessert, the one you see in the middle. So if you like French cuisine, and if you want to take a break from the complimentary dining, we do recommend that you try Le Bistro. We're the NYC Travelers, and that was our first day on the Norwegian Escape. Thanks for touring with us.